Yo, what's going on, guys? Today, I want to make a video talking about the new character that was introduced in the Halloween Ends trailer, Corey Cunningham. Um, he's gonna be a new character that we saw in the trailer, and we saw in the description of the trailer that he was gonna, you know, he was basically it explained that he was babysitting a kid and the kid gets killed and he gets blamed and accused of killing the kid. And, that's really all we know about his character. But obviously, we also know that he was blamed. I mean, not blamed. He was also, because there was theories and whatnot that he's the copycat killer. He's like a copycat killer of Michael Myers. He pretends to be Michael. He starts killing people and whatnot. And, be those I made a video on it as well. So yeah, I basically already explained all that stuff of him possibly being a copycat killer. But this video, I want to talk about, other theories and that I have thought of and I heard of. And I also want to talk about, the chances of him being a red herring, like him just being a misdirect for all of us. Because to be honest, this video was mainly like inspired by this poll from this YouTuber that I watch, Craving Something Scary, which if you guys don't know who he is, he's a YouTuber that I watch. That he was the one that inspired me to make horror content in the first place. So if you guys don't know who he is, go subscribe to his channel. He's an awesome content creator. He makes, horror content as well. So yeah, go subscribe to his channel. I'm sure most of you guys already know who he is that are subscribed to me, but if you guys don't know who he is, go subscribe to Craving Something Scary. He's an awesome YouTuber. But yeah, he made a poll basically. He asked a question like, do you think Corey Cunningham will be the copycat killer in Halloween Ends, or do you think he'll just be a red herring? And I saw most people chose that. He's just going to be a red herring. And I was surprised by those results. And I saw some people in the comments of that poll saying that, they think that, he's just a misdirect. He's not actually, you know, killing people and whatnot, like pretending to be Michael and killing people. He's just, a red herring and a misdirect. They're just misleading us with this stuff. And I think that's a possibility. I really do. I saw, other comments on that post say as well that it like it wouldn't make sense for him to be a killer because he was the one that was accused of killing in the first place. So, it would be too obvious for him to, because like, yeah, like we already know that he's accused for being a killer because the kid that he was babysitting got killed, so now he's being accused of being the killer. So it would just be too obvious that he would be the copycat killer. So I saw people saying that it would just be too obvious. So he could just be a red herring. He could just be someone that they're misleading us with. And I really do think that's possible. I really do, and I think that he's a new introduced character, and we really don't know much about him. But of course, like I've made a video about it, like I said, and like about all these theories that came out about him, that he's the copycat killer, and he's you know gonna pretend to be Michael killing people and all this stuff. But you know then we had other people saying that he could just be a prankster, or the part where we see Michael coming in, sneaking up on Laurie, and he has his hands on the door, and we see all his fingers. Um, that could, like, I saw people saying that it could just be a dream sequence. It could just be a flashback. It could just, it could just be a misdirect from the directors. Like they could have just they could just be misdirecting us with this trailer. Like, who knows? There's all these possibilities that I've heard from many people and whatnot. So I think all of these things are possible. I really do. And, I just think that, we just gotta wait and see, what's gonna happen. But I really do think that he's probably just gonna be a red herring. And, because I feel like it makes sense. Because, like, yeah, I do feel like he would be too obvious. And apparently he's gonna be like a love interest to Allison. We don't know that for sure, but yeah, if he is the love interest of like Allison and whatnot, he definitely would be too obvious. Because if you guys watch, the Scream movies, we all know the love interest is always, it's always the number one suspect. So yeah, I think that if he's the love interest of Allison and Halloween ends, then yeah, he's definitely gonna be way too obvious. And I think that it would be cool. What would be cool is that, because I've heard people say this as well, but I also want to add my own thing into it, is that because I've heard some people say that he might not even be the copycat killer. Like he might just be um someone like they make us think that he's the copycat killer, but it's actually somebody else. And I think that that actually fits. That actually fits well. If they really want to misdirect us with making us think that he's the copycat killer, I think that it would work because it would be a cool twist that the whole because everyone's already suspecting him. He's like already suspicious. The movie hasn't even came out, and everyone's just suspecting him to be the copycat killer or whatever and whatnot. So they could, be misdirecting us, and it's actually someone else who's the copycat killer, or it's someone else who's the prankster, or you know, like there's all these possibilities that you know that I've heard, and I just think that they all make sense. They all make sense. I feel like this very well could be, a misdirect. That the people that released the trailers from Universal, like this could have all been done purposely to make us think that he's gonna be some copycat killer, make us go wild with theories and whatnot. Like they could have very well done this on purpose. Just showing stuff like Michael Myers with all his fingers and all this stuff. Like all of this very well could have been done on purpose. Like so. Yeah, I'm very open to the theory that he's just a red herring. I think honestly it would just make more sense to be honest. Like I really don't see him being a killer. Um, and whether there is a copycat killer or not, like like I said, we honestly just don't know. Like the trailer very well could be misleading us. Like I said, it could be a dream sequence. It could be a flashback. It could just be a prankster. Like we really don't know. Like the whole copycat killer thing, whether if it's Corey or not, or someone else, regardless, this all could just be, you know, the copycat killer thing could all just be, just a misdirect. We just gotta wait and see until the movie comes out. But I love theories though, because I just think that it brings more hype and more, conversation about the movie. So, regardless, I think that this is all just an interesting discussion to have, and all these speculations and whatnot. I think that they're all interesting, to hear and have, So I just think that yeah, he very well could be a red herring, and especially if he's the love interest, I feel like it would be a very good thing to like make us think that you know he's the killer, but then they pull like a Derek or like a Trevor from Scream 2 and 4, like they make us think that they're the killers because they're like the love interest and whatnot. But then we they get killed and they get revealed to not be the killer. So yeah, I feel like that could be the case, or I've had, another. Because what if they're making them obvious on purpose? I thought of that theory myself. Like, what if they're making them obvious on purpose? Like, what if they're trying to pull a Billy from Scream One, where he was like, he was the boyfriend killer. He was obvious, and he was very well like someone that they were trying to make so obvious, but it was done purposely to make us doubt ourselves that he's the killer. Like because they had so many things going on in that movie to like kind of misdirect us to think that he's the killer. But then they also had things in the movie that kind of made us, think that, he's not the killer. And then especially when, he got killed, um he got quote unquote killed, then like that really just dropped the ball because we were like, oh yeah, yep, he wasn't the killer. But I think that they, and obviously at the end of the movie, like, we saw Billy, he was just, he faked all that and he was actually the killer. So what if with Corey, they're doing the same thing? Like, what if he is actually the killer? What if he is actually the killer and they're making him obvious on purpose? Like, he's being accused of killing this kid that he was babysitting. So now everyone's just blaming him and he's the number one suspect. But, it's all being done purposely to make us think that he's the copycat killer. But, like, what if then they have, like, some moments where he's, like, shown to be innocent and he's just shown to be, like, not actually a killer. Like, he's not. He didn't do anything. But then it gets revealed that he actually was a killer. And, it just blows our mind because, you know, we just thought that once we started trusting him, we thought that, he actually wasn't a killer. He was just a normal person. But then, boom, he gets revealed to actually be the killer. I think that would be cool as well, to be honest. Like I don't know. All these theories and whatnot are fun to think about and talk about. I think that regardless of what happens, I'm just excited. And yeah, and I also saw on because I was watching Fate Decided as well. He's another, like I said, guys. If you guys don't know these YouTubers I talk about in my videos, like for the past probably 3 or 4 videos, I've literally mentioned the same YouTubers. Um, because they're all a group of horror content creators. Craving something scary, Faith Decided, Night Watch Zone, Killjoy Jake. They're all part of a group of like horror content creators, and they make horror content all the time, and they make videos together as well and streams, and yeah, like they're the ones that they all inspired me to make horror content to begin with. So that's why I kind of been referencing them like for like the past few videos. But I was watching one of Fate Decided's videos, and he basically, like one of his Halloween Ends videos, he was basically talking about there's like this character that was like referenced in Halloween Kills, like named Dr. Mathis or something like that. And he's like he talked about that he is possibly the killer. Maybe he's the killer. Maybe Corey is just like a red herring, and then Dr. Mathis like gets introduced in the movie, and we don't think anything of him because we don't really know his character that much. But then boom, he gets revealed to be a copycat killer of Michael Myers, and I think that would be interesting and cool as well. Like there's just so many rumors and theories and speculations of of this movie already, and I just think it's just fun to just talk about. Like anything is just possible at this point. Like it's just exciting because by the time we get to the movie, we get to actually see what's actually gonna happen, and maybe some of what we're talking about now is accurate, or maybe it's not, or maybe it's some accurate and some not. Like we'll just have to wait and see. I just think it's just exciting to talk about. So yeah, like Fake decided he made that video saying that Dr. Mathis is possibly gonna be a character introduced in Halloween Ends, and he's possibly the copycat killer. Hey, who knows? Anything's possible. But yeah, I just think that it's interesting to talk about. But yeah, I don't know. If there is a copycat killer, I just hope that they execute it properly and like they don't like you know do it wrong. I just want them to execute it properly in a way where it's like believable and it just makes sense. I feel like that's really all we need. Like we just need it to be done in a way of this whole copycat killer stuff. It needs to be done in a way where it makes sense, and it's believable. I feel like that's just all we need. And yeah, like as long as that happens, I think it can be cool and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. If Michael Myers really does not have much screen time in this movie, and he's like it's just really the copycat killer for the most of the movie, I'm not sure if I would really like that, to be honest. But if they can execute it properly, then I might like it, but who knows? But we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Um, and yeah, like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like I said, if you have any video ideas of what other type of videos you guys want me to make, leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, like you guys had to, give me some idea as well. I probably, I don't know what other type of video I'm gonna make next, because at this point, I think that, like I said, unless more Halloween news comes out and more Scream news comes out, I don't really know what other videos I'm gonna make anymore after this video. So yeah, we'll just have to see at this point. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.